Hello, one Mitchell Hensley, Harris Bible Church. I went tithes and offerings. So today, so it was when was at course, I couldn't know our tithes offerings, but she told him that's just song and that we're talking about his tithes offerings is.
You done said tithes and offerings three
Yes.
times. Let's move on. I don't think they want to hear about tithes and offerings because they're already staying faithful to the one who is faithful with their tithes and offerings, correct, Mitchell? And then they're given to the sanctuary also for the offerings above that and marking it for the sanctuary for us to be able to pay off that renovation.
Yeah, I think.
And then in person, we wait to the very end to talk about in person, Mitchell. We've got women's group at 5:45.
Yeah.
We've got adult Bible study devotion time at 6. We've got youth group. What time is it?
Friday 5.
Huh?
5.
No, it's 6 o'clock. And then you've got children's church at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then we've got a nursery. We've got it covered. So join us. Don't forget that we are talking about the spiritual disciplines in life, because ultimately we want to move towards the understanding of discipleship. And being a disciple means that I'm a follower, a learner, a student, and it means that I'm also disciplined to move in the right direction. So Jesus said it so well and so clearly. Seek the kingdom of God above all else and live righteously, and He will give you everything you need. He is everything we need. Mitchell, and in life it can be tough. So let us grow our mindset. Let's grow in our spiritual journey, and don't forget to hit that like button and leave a comment. Let Mitchell and I know that you are here, even if this is not live and you're watching this days later, a year later. It won't happen a year later on Facebook anymore because all the lives on Facebook are going to be deleted after 30 days. So the only way that you can watch this for longevity-wise is through YouTube. So Mitchell, there is, no, that's not my YouTube. This is my YouTube, Chad Hensley, JesusFollower. If you go there to youtube.com/Chad Hensley, JesusFollower, that will take you directly to my YouTube channel, and it will also set it up. I've got playlists for my daily devotion things that I do, or the daily mindset that I'm doing as of right now. And then we've got our devotion times on Wednesday. That's in a category. And then Sunday mornings, right? Mm-hmm. All right. You ready to pray?
Yeah.
What song are you going to sing?
Jesus 7.
Jesus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Head up heart when God stay. Lord, I ask for church the word of song that it's over to find out. Lord, I was just playing the chorus and the word, just singing Lord. Lord, it's worshiping God. It's word. I'm just what we did is word Jesus. Lord, give me all water, space, sea, and for signing. Lord, and so we talk about is God. Wait, did it? It is in His richest name. Amen.
Amen.
Very true, all the nations, where's the promise, down is to come. This one, all your mighty Son, Jesus, resurrect all the world is darkness, raise the kingdom down the reigns, where is freedom for the chain of our nights, Jesus, Jesus, who run all your waters, you speak to the sea, you stand in the fire beside. now you lie, that I still am. You carry my hand in his hand, Jesus. Where's his name? Your time is trouble. And every song, just even night. You raise the voice of a storm in death. Yes, Jesus, Jesus. You're on the waters. You speak to the sea. You stand in the fire beside me. You are like a lion, I still am. You carry my hand in his hand, Jesus. Yes, I am my Savior. There is power in your name. You're my wagon, my Redeemer. There is power in your name, in your name. You walk on the waters, you speak to the sea. You stand in the fire beside me. You are like a lion, as a lamb. You carry my hand in your hands. God, you run on the waters. You speak to the sea. You're standing in the fire beside me. You are like a lion, you carry my hand in your hand, Jesus. Never more like you, Jesus. There is no like you.
There is no one like our Jesus. And because of that, I want you to think about how well do you know the Creator. As we've been looking at Colossians chapter 3, I want to just skip on down to verse 10, where it reads, "Put on your new nature and be renewed as you learn to know your Creator and become like Him." Now understand in the beginning that we are not God, we're not becoming God, but His virtues, His character, who He is, how He responds to things, how He does things, how He pushes out and lives out His existence in front of us. It's that understanding that I want to take on the attitude that Christ had, to take on the mindset that Jesus had. That's what Paul tells us to do in Philippians. And this attitude, this mindset that Jesus had is what we're called to. So as we put on our new nature, some of us may say, well, I don't really know my Creator that well, and to say I'm becoming like Him. Well, the only way that's going to happen is you have to start putting on your new nature. How am I going to put on my new nature? Well, he's telling us throughout the set of verses prior to that, since you have been raised to new life with Christ, set your sights on the realities of heaven, where Christ sits in the place of honor at God's right hand. Think about the things of heaven, not the things of earth. It all starts with the way you think. When I think about life in general and I get around people, most people that I get around, many people that I get around, have stinking thinking. They think in a way that is not helpful, it is not hopeful, and it doesn't change the trajectory of their life. They stay on the same area of life for the longest time. They're plateaued or they're declining. And many people are declining these days in their mindset. We become victims of our own mind. We become victims in our own circumstances and own situations. We become these victims, and then we start blaming God. But the realities of heaven is that heaven is my home, that I've been bought with a price, and therefore it is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. And because of that, now I know that I get to know Him better. So when I'm meditating means that I'm going to look at these things and go, okay, over the course of the last 24 hours, how much time did I think about things of earth? And how much did I think about the things of heaven?
I don't know, like, since when guys from church about, I think it's that we're taught about the Valentine's, what about Chicago's wedding, and it's not gonna be real for us as when you're in church, and like, the time that's going on in church, and things are like hurt up in church, and it's gonna live like out.
Yeah, and I want us to think today about how is it that we are going to move forward. How are you going to change what you think about and how you think? Because the reality is if you died to this life and your real life is hidden with Christ and God, then shouldn't you be thinking about the things of heaven? Shouldn't you be understanding the very character of God? Shouldn't you, after a year of following Jesus, be closer in relation to Him, to be more like Him than ever before? Shouldn't you have a desire today to move forward in such a way that you become more like Him? That you walk like Him and talk like Him, that if an angel of the Lord was to come and look deep into you, would the angel be able to say, yes, I see a lot of Jesus? Sometimes when kids behave a certain way, we go, well, who are they acting like? Or where did they get that attitude from? Or where did they pick that up? And well, they act just like this person. Or you see somebody else and they go, yeah, they act just like that person. And you see those characteristics. When's the last time somebody go, wow, you're acting exactly like I think Jesus would act? When's the last time you looked in the mirror and say, man, I'm so thankful I'm seeing more of Jesus and less of me? When's the last time you thought, man, I am certainly grateful that at the end of the day, I died to myself and Christ was renewed and strengthened in me, and people who come in contact with me were not seeing more of me, but they were seeing more of Jesus through me. And because of that, I inspired someone. Because of that, I gave hope to someone. Because of that, I didn't react in a negative way. Because I have more of Jesus, because my focus is upon this earth, less and less, and my focus is upon heaven more and more. Because of those things, now I know that my life is turned towards Him and that I have died to this life. And when I have died to this life, when I have thought about the things of heaven, not the things of earth, then I realize that I can put on my new nature. I know that I can be renewed as I know that I get to learn more and more and know my Creator and to become like Him. That when people see me walking, they see something different. That I'm not the status quo of this world. That I'm not this person who just everybody sees and they go, yeah, he's just like everybody else in this world. Always looking for something for himself.
Yeah.
To realize that the imagery that God has in store for us, or the imagery that Paul has for us, is to put on the new nature, and the imagery is this clothing.
Yeah.
Mitchell, did you choose that shirt today?
I think so. I know what I think is for God is I know it's originally was with Sister Metallus because like God wanted to know that it's how great our God.
Yeah.
Because
and
what they in the church, but what they did, it's a core, it's hard, it's some movement church, some movement.
And then we understand that the new nature, the new self replaces the old. Is your old self being replaced? Is the person from yesterday being replaced with the new person that's created through Christ? Are you putting on that new person? To understand that there's this continual renewing, this continued reflection of the image of God that keeps being renewed and strengthened along the way, that we put on this new nature and be renewed as you learn to know the Creator and become like Him. Are you moving in that direction? Can you say, I nailed it? Can you understand that the reference of the new self applies not just to individuals, but it carries this corporate understanding relating to the body of Christ? I mean, I see it so often. People say that they don't need the church to serve God. They don't need the church. They don't need the church. I saw a video the other day, Mitchell, where this lion was being attacked by a pack of about 20 hyenas.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of what people who say they don't need the church would behave like. That lion, as strong as it is, it can take on several hyenas, but it couldn't keep up with 20, and they encircled this lion. And it's just like people who say, I don't need the church to serve God. I don't need the family of God to serve God. I don't need that. I can be a lone lion out there in the jungles, in the wilderness, in the desert. I can be that lone lion, but that lion wasn't going to make it. And his friend came along, and those two lions, they made it. You know, when you think about where 2 or 3 are gathered, and you think about that phrase, and you think about that a cord of 2 is strong, but a cord of 3 is almost unbreakable. To realize that where we gather together, it's about the one another's, and that you aren't by yourself. That we want to become more like the Creator each and every day, and to know Him each and every day. And He says to do this, that we're not only putting on the new, but we got to take the old off. Mitchell, grab your shirt there. You never see it because He's already done it, but He's got this other shirt today. It's a different shirt each time, but He puts it on. And then right before we get ready to go live stream, He takes that shirt off so you no longer see it. The problem is, as soon as this is over with, you going to put that shirt back on? Yeah, and it's a Jaguar shirt. Not...
Yeah.
Should be a Dallas Cowboy jersey.
Yes.
But you didn't do that. You wore Jaguars. And you take stuff like that off, but then we bring it and put it right back on.
Yeah.
To put on the new nature means that we don't take off the old nature and put the old nature back on over top of it. We don't try to put the old nature underneath it where most people can't see it, but we know it's still there. And when we get in the right group, the right clique, if you will, the right set of people, we let that evil, that sin nature come out in us. And he says, so you must put to death the sinful earthly things lurking within you. Have nothing to do with sexual immorality, impurity, lust, and evil desires. Don't be greedy, for a greedy person is an idolater, worshiping the things of this world. The reality in life is that we get to choose who we worship. And as I get to know the Creator, my Creator, the better, the better I can worship Him, which is to give Him my everything, give Him my life, give Him my brain, give Him my body, give Him my mentality, give Him my emotions. To know that we are called to this and to move in that direction is a daily thing every single day of our life. And He says, because these sins, the anger of God is coming. You used to do these things when your life was still part of this world. And yet there's a lot of me that continues to want this world to be it. Like get it all. But this world is not our home. We're just passing through. We want the people to like us. We want the people to applaud us. Mitchell, when you get through singing a song every time, what do you want to do? You want to give me a high five, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you get through and you say something. What do you want to do? You want to give me a high five, don't you?
Yeah.
Everything's a high five with you, isn't it?
Yeah.
No. Yep.
Yes.
No. Yep. See, even if I didn't give you one, you still going to come up with it because that's what He wants. He desires it.
Well, that's fine.
And the reality is how often do you desire the things of this world over the understanding of who God is? The meditation of your heart today used to be on the things of this earth, but it's no longer that. And He says, but now is the time to get rid of anger and rage and malicious behavior, slander and dirty language. Don't lie to each other, for you have stripped off the old sinful nature and all its wicked deeds. You've stripped it off. You're not ever putting that thing back on. Now that it's been stripped off, now you can put on your new nature and be renewed as you learn to know your Creator and become like Him. What are you meditating on this week? Knowing your Creator. Will you take time when you read the Bible and say, I want to know you, God. Show me your character. Show me your virtue. Show me what you're passionate about. Show me what you love. Show me what you despise. Show me. Reveal it to me. When I read your Bible, stop making me put myself into the Bible and let me start reading the Bible for all it's worth, which means that I want to gain the understanding of who you are so I can in turn become more like Him, Jesus. Will you put on the new nature today? Will you be renewed so that way you can learn to know your Creator? And will you become more like Him this day? All right, Mitchell, you going to sing a song? What song are you going to sing?
How great is our God?
How could I have ever known that? I can't believe unbelievable.
Wait, do you want me to say it? Yeah, sure. Worthy of all praise. My heart is sick and grace and God. You never of all names. You are worthy of all praise. Father Jesus, in my heart is sick and grace and God. How great is our God, sing me how great is our God. Oh, we sing how great, how great is our God. Together, how great is our God. Oh, how great is our God. How great, how great is our God. Oh, is how great is our God. Yeah, how great, sing, is our God. Lord, how great, how great is our God. And should to love to me, to love, seven always sin, and shine to love.
Awesome job. Yeah, see, he's putting his hands up because you want a high five after everything. All right, Mitchell, you want to tell Michael hi?
Hello.
Hello. I see that you're on YouTube, and if you're still on there, I don't have the ability to go back. It doesn't show up in the regular feed, so it's only those comments that you've given is only on the live feed. So I don't know how to go back and be able to even find those comments to be able to comment back on those. So thank you for your words of encouragement. May God bless you. Mitchell, tell them we'll see them on Sunday, 8:45.
Yes.
Yeah, 10 a.m. in person. We'll be in person tonight too, right?
Mm-hmm.
6 p.m.
Yeah.
5:45 for the women's devotion.
Yes.
6 p.m. for your group, youth group, and children's church.
Yeah.
We have a nursery. All right, tell them God bless and have a good day.
Good day.
You gonna tell them God bless?
Oh, God bless.